luxury travel. What's the definition of luxury for you? Are Middle East destinations underrated? Does Sapna cry?
I don't cry. AI cannot replace contacts and connections. This is Zoom and Google Meets don't work.
So what is more valuable, the team or the reputation?
Reputation.
Being alone means lonely. Is it true?
That's so true. That's so true, I should tell you.
Why did you choose luxury as a segment for you guys? One thing about luxury travel which you do not like at all.
It's not a luxury, it's a necessity.
People still face a lot of issues getting Schengen visas. As an agency, can you help people get the dates faster?
And my first trip to Switzerland, I don't want to remember.
Traveling teaches you more than books.
But people don't know much about it.
Welcome to today's episode of Project Life, a show where we talk about life, experiences, memories, and a lot of learnings for our audience. Dubai or Middle East is home to $54.5 billion industry. That industry is luxury travel. So what does luxury mean to someone? I asked my 7-year-old child and he said, Papa, yacht. Papa, Emirates business class. And then he said, Papa, good cuisines, good food. For my wife, it's a different definition. For her, luxury is ornaments. For her, luxury is spending time with the family. And then I know a lot of people who are filthy rich. For them, the definition of luxury is a peaceful sleep. Today on our show, we have the marketing director from Pluto Travels. Her name is Miss Sapna. And let's ask from Sapna, what's the definition of luxury for you?
In one word, the definition for luxury for me is minimalism.
Wow.
And the reason behind that is when my first travel ever as a blogger, and that was to Japan. So I went to Japan and not to Narita or Tokyo, but I went to a place called Hokkaido. Hokkaido is an island. Sapporo, basically Hokkaido is an island which is on the top part of Japan towards the northern side where the sun actually rises. Wow. They say Japan is the land of rising sun, right? Sun,
yes.
So this is where the sun rises, and that's where I really found what luxury is for me in my terms. And why I said minimalism, because I was staying in properties in Japan which I have never heard of, the names which I've never heard of, because they don't have Hiltons and Sheratons in that part of Japan, but the kind of properties I stayed was a beautiful wooden rooms, and everything over there was minimalistic, but luxurious. And how luxurious? Everything was made to a comfort. I mean, everything was planned so well that it fits to anybody who comes and stays there. Mm-hmm. Like for instance, that area is famous for thermal waters, water coming from thousands of feet below. Yeah. It has a lot of minerals and vitamins. And guess what? That water used to be supplied to us in a bathtub on 10th and 12th floor of that hotel. There was one bathtub which was filled with that thermal water continuously, and thermal water kept flowing inside. I mean, when I traveled to different part of the world, I saw thermal water I used to go to those places where you can find those thermal water ponds and all, but there we were having the luxury of enjoying thermal waters at the comfort of our room. So luxury for me is minimalism.
Dubai is a land of opportunities.
Yes.
Dubai is a place which doesn't adhere to your concept of minimalism. Everybody wants bigger, better, more, taller, right? The tallest building, the 7-star hotels. Do you think Dubai can any day ever come to this definition of minimalism?
Well, that's not completely true. Okay. Because if you see the resorts and the designs these days, the hotels and buildings, they are minimalistic. Everything is, you will not see a lot of elements around. It's like, suppose if you go to, for example, I'm talking about one of the very famous properties of Dubai. Mm-hmm. Nikki Beach Resort, if you have heard about, which is in Pearl Jumeirah.
Okay.
And there are just 3 resorts around the world. Expensive, stylish, chic. But the best thing about those resorts is it's all blue and white, and they hardly have much furniture. So if you go to the room, it's just the bed overlooking the sea, or it's all about, plain 2 colors. So apparently it's not all that shines.
All that bling.
Yes, it's not about the bling anymore. People want that,
Yeah.
That's
People want a minimalistic culture around.
absolutely. People want that minimalistic culture.
Sitting in Ahmedabad doing your graduation, 2 months later married in Dubai. How did your life change so quickly?
So of course I was born with a silver spoon. My family was one of the top families of that particular town where I stayed. We was going in the best school of that particular city. Everything was great. Everything was, spoon-fed. Life was easy. So they were very clear that we will marry you in a rich family, so you have a great life. No, you'll never have any scarcity and you can enjoy the life. But I always was inspired by corporate world. If you remember, there was a movie in 2006 by Madhur Bhandarkar, a Bollywood movie called Corporate.
Corporate,
There was Bipasha
Basu and KK.
Yes. So I was really inspired by that world, that life. And I used to dress up like her and I used to go out. Father used to tell my mother that it's not going to happen. Explain her, tell her that she's meant to be married to a family where they don't
Allow her
believe
to
in this
work.
corporate culture and all that. She might not be able to work. And my mother will always tell me, she had a different perspective. She'll always tell me, pray to God, because we are coming from a Sindhi family, to go to Gurdwara every day. So do Guru ki seva. This is what they call, pray to God that maybe you will get something, someday you will get what you want. And I was inside, I knew that whatever will happen, it will be the best for me. So when this alliance came to us, it was like a proper arranged marriage. And my father was not very comfortable sending me to Dubai because he was looking for somewhere in Ahmedabad. This is where I was coming from. They wanted something in Ahmedabad, some big mall owner or some big builder. And he got such, alliance
Proposals
for
as
me,
well,
proposals for me. But then for some reason, I don't know what happened, that he accepted this Dubai proposal because they were our relatives as well, far off relatives. So my father got a very good report about the boy, that he is good and all, and he recently started his business, but they already have good, what we call in Hindi, khandani paisa, enough money they have, so no problem, you just, and I was like, whatever will happen the best way. So my husband, he came in Indore, the place where I belong to.
Indore?
Indore, yes.
Wow,
Yeah.
it's
So
a
he
beautiful
came-
place. The land of
it's a
poha and jalebi.
Yeah, the food capital of that particular area
Yes.
of Madhya Pradesh is Indore.
So now from Indore to Ahmedabad,
Yeah.
there is somebody who sold the idea to your dad.
Yeah.
Ladka acha, the boy is good.
Absolutely.
Let's go ahead and
Now-
let's get the girl married.
Yes.
Now you bought the idea, you married the guy.
The day I married him, the day we got engaged, my mother-in-law, she saw me. She has told me very clearly, I have enough house help. I don't like girls to sit at home. I want my daughter-in-law to be all-rounder.
Wow.
And you have few months, okay? I am telling you, you will go to office, you will do whatever you like. So I'm not telling you to sit at home, okay? And we have enough house help for home. So when he said that, was like a dream come true for me. That, wow, I'll be working.
So all those
Yeah.
Bipasha Basu suits came to your mind, your wardrobe was
totally.
changed.
No, my trouser was all about suits and trousers.
Yeah. So all the saris from mom, which you got the 51 of them,
I never
they're
took
all
them.
still lying in the
No,
closet.
I never took them, by the way. As
You
I told
didn't?
you, my trouser was all suits
Wow.
and suits and skirts.
So what did you enjoy most about your wedding? The shopping or the gifts?
Nothing, the honeymoon. Because it was my first holiday outside India ever.
And which
Because-
place was that?
Malaysia.
Malaysia.
Yeah, Malaysia that time. Because first time, by the way, I never had a passport before my marriage. My husband was like, can you believe it? Somebody does not have a passport. Because
And
for
wants to
them
get
it's
married in
all about-
Dubai.
And for him, passport is his identity because he was
Exactly.
born and brought up in Dubai.
Yeah.
So he was shocked that you don't have a passport.
Yeah.
How can somebody not have a passport? I said, my entire family does not have a passport.
So now do they have a passport? Do they travel to you frequently?
They travel a lot. I mean, after I got married and after they've got a travel agent in the family, imagine
Yeah,
the kind of travel
they
you would have
travel.
done, right?
Yeah, amazing. How many countries have you traveled till now?
70.
And how many do you have a target for?
Complete world, of course.
Complete
Every
world.
small country.
So now there's a lot which is happening in the travel industry, right? There's a lot which is happening related to the Vision 2030 of Dubai, where people are talking of sustainable travel.
Totally, totally.
So how does Pluto Travel Agency inculcate sustainability in your business?
Yes, the sustainability is something which we don't inculcate, our clients are inculcating right now. So almost every big corporate of ours who's into oil and gas or even the manufacturing, the one who travels a lot, they all are actually asking us to send us the carbon footprints. Yes, and we create a miscellaneous report on a yearly basis, which is about how much you have used, how much you can save.
So when we looked into the movies, what we always dreamt of as a child, and I'm sure most of my friends from my class, most of the girls that are around, they always wanted to go to Switzerland because of Yash Chopra, because of Chandani, because of
The right
Madhuri
PR.
Dixit. It was a thing because of DDLC. That's right. So did you have such a dream as a child?
Every girl had that dream as a child. And by the way, I told my husband, let's go to Switzerland for honeymoon. I was
Okay.
very excited about it. But the problem was my passport, as I told you, just came a month back. And getting a Schengen visa right after you get your passport without any travel stamp was a risk to take.
Oh.
And then it takes time as well. And then again, I have to travel from my place to apply Schengen visa or probably get it done. I'm talking about back in 2007. It's not
Wow.
that easy.
Yeah.
That's why we had to choose Malaysia. But my second travel was to Switzerland, of course.
So how was your first trip to Switzerland?
My first trip to Switzerland was a all-paid trip by Cox and Kings, yes, because of the targets we achieved for that year.
Okay.
And my first trip to Switzerland, I don't want to remember. I tell you the reason behind that, because we were in a bus
Wow.
with more than 20 Gujaratis
Okay.
doing garba and eating paneer and kali dal. Because
And khakra ni, bhapada ni,
Akra and all
ni
that.
bhapada ni, garba ni.
And every day we have to wake up at 6,
Okay.
7 breakfast, 8 in the bus, and then we come back at 10. And we will see all the beautiful places in Switzerland through the bus glass.
And you didn't move out of the bus at all?
We did, but like
Okay.
30 minutes or 45 minutes because they want to cover it
Everything,
quickly.
yeah.
You know those traditional Cox and Kings tours? And we took that because, of course, they wanted us to go as a part of incentive.
Correct.
And I was excited with the idea of going to Switzerland, but I realized that, okay. But yeah, I'll not say I did not enjoy. We went to Jungfrau. We went to no, we didn't go to Zermatt. We went to Lucerne, Interlaken. We did everything. We did the waterfalls. We enjoyed. We took a lot of photos as well. But it's not the kind of trip I'll take now, right?
It's a
Travel
checkbox
change.
trip, as we say.
Yes.
You ticked every box, but you wanted to come back
It was
and
a photo
experience
trip.
more.
Yeah, all photos. Yeah.
So I've also seen a video which was there on Instagram, which somebody made, which
Yeah.
said people can actually, you don't need to travel
Yes.
to travel.
Yes.
You can just click pictures in a studio,
Yeah.
tell them that you're at this place, this place, this place, and you're done.
But not anymore.
Virtual traveling.
Even not anymore that because
Yeah.
the AI has changed that as well. You don't need to even go to the studio for that.
Tell me about the AI part. How is AI impacting travel?
Completely. AI has changed the travel scene upside down. It's completely changed.
Give me a
And
couple of examples for that.
like we are introducing a technology in Pluto Travels where all you need to do is just send a voice message
Okay.
and you will get all the information right there with the flight and how many seats are available on each flight.
Wow.
Yeah, that's AI.
Okay.
One of the instance.
Okay.
Second, of course, we use everything. It's not only about travel. I'm not talking about particularly about travel, but in terms of office or admin, everything is AI.
Yeah.
We create our presentations in AI now. We are using AI to even reply an email because we want to have the
Yeah.
right content for that. So if I want some quick information, it's just a voice message away. So for us, AI has really helped in all the ways. As I told you, introducing a technology, plus it's quick now. Everything
It's
can be
far more quicker than before.
Yes, and in fact, you know, right, the kind of influencers, the AI influencers,
Yeah.
which have been making so much.
Yeah. Dollars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Person who does not exist, but they're making so much dollars.
True, true. Now, what I also read was that AI tools or engines like ChatGPT or Gemini, you add something called a prompt in that saying, act as Sapna from Pluto and give me an itinerary for a 5-day trip to
That's
this.
always there.
That's
But
always
we
there,
don't
and you
use
get the answers. So, do you think AI is going to impact the business you guys are
Not
getting?
at all. One of our top client, he's an HNI and a millionaire, a famous personality. They are planning to travel to Switzerland.
Yeah.
Not even a single property is available online, neither in my system. It's completely full. Because these countries don't have a lot of hotels
Yeah.
still, right?
Yeah.
They want to create that,
Ecosystem.
yeah. And the only way they got that hotels, of course, we are
Through
the
your
ones who are
personal
booking
connections.
it through our right connections.
Yeah.
AI never helped us there. They had to come to us. Okay. Now, for the same couple, we have booked. We have done a celebration for them for their 15th year anniversary. It
Yeah.
was a complete buyout, booking the artist, booking everything, and getting a price which they cannot get themselves. A price as less as 450 dirham during the month of November was not possible because it was a full exhibition time.
Yeah.
I'm talking about for their artist
Anniversaries.
and all
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
yeah.
We got that. AI cannot do that. AI cannot replace contacts and connections.
So AI can replace the Excel files, but it cannot replace human connections.
Totally not.
It cannot replace the rapport which you build with your client, the emotion part.
More than rapport also, you can do the planning in AI, but a complete execution needs to be done by the
Beautifully said, yeah. Execution is always human. You need that human touch, right?
for everything.
Yeah.
I have massive seen a lot of error happening using my AI assistants.
Yeah. Yeah. True.
So yeah, you cannot rely upon the
Technology is just there to
completely.
help you, not to replace you, right?
Remember, we used to do Zoom calls in Google Meet.
Yeah.
We could have done this podcast on Google Meet or Zoom
Exactly.
call, right? Why are we
Yeah.
meeting each other and talking?
Because of the human connection.
One simple example, I will not name. We work with a very famous court of Dubai,
Okay.
and they call lawyers from across the globe.
Yeah.
Okay, especially the lawyers are either British or Australian.
Okay.
And for this year, the travel was quite less because they were doing all the cases online.
Yeah.
From next year, they've stopped online hearings anymore. They will come and they will do all the hearings in Dubai now. They say Zoom and Google Meets don't work.
So Zoom and Google Meets they became a household name during the COVID times.
Totally, yes.
Right? Did COVID impact your
COVID
business?
was the best time we earned.
COVID was the best time as a traveler.
Yes, as a travel company. Yes, it was
I
the
thought
best
people
time.
were not traveling. Emirates Airlines was not making money. Airlines were not making money at that time.
No,
Who was traveling at that
airlines
time?
was not making money, but we are a corporate travel company. We work for HNIs. We book travel bookings for HNI.
So
And
you had a
nobody
lot of
stopped
personal
traveling.
bookings.
We booked private charters. We bought the complete flight because people wanted to travel back to their home countries. They were very uncertain what's going to happen. We had a dream back in 2007 when we started Pluto Travels that we will, one day we will have our own flight, Pluto Travels flight. Okay.
Nice.
And during the pandemic, we actually booked the entire flight and people said, Pluto ka flight kab jayega?
Nice.
Pluto Travels flight. So this is what we did. We booked flights and we sent people because Indigo was not operating, SpiceJet was not operating, Cebu Pacific was not operating, but they were ready to give us a flight.
Yeah.
So you pay us money, take full flight, issue the tickets, create boarding pass and send people.
Wow.
This is what we did.
That was your dream.
Pluto Travels flight, imagine. And I was like in the middle of the COVID in the month of May and June, sitting at the airport and giving them boarding pass, sitting at the counter because we didn't have enough staff at the airport.
You didn't have staff. You were not allowed to hire people.
No,
People
airlines,
were not coming
people
up.
didn't have staff in the
Yeah.
airlines also. We were actually, printing the boarding pass and giving them.
Wow.
Manifesto was with us. Everything was with us.
Somebody who is going to office, somebody who is managing family, somebody who's managing events like this, and how important is networking for you?
It's everything. Networking is everything. I have got my good team members through networking. I've got clients through networking. I learned a lot. I've got amazing connections through networking. So it's all about learning, and learning is networking, and your network is your net worth.
We were speaking about your first trip to Switzerland. We spoke about Schengen visa being difficult to get. in 2007 for you. And people still face a lot of issues getting Schengen visas.
Yeah.
Right? As an agency, can you help people get the dates faster?
Absolutely.
How
We're
do you
doing
do that?
We have our own contacts, first
Okay.
of all. We've been doing this since years, so
Yeah.
we know the right time to check where the appointments opens.
So if let's say I need to apply for a Schengen visa for a trip in February, right? Should I start now, or I'm already late for that?
No, I will not say you are late, but you will be late by next week itself.
By next week I'll be late.
Absolutely.
The dates vanished like this.
It's the right time.
So which is the easiest country to get the Schengen visa for?
Every country is same. They all have the same rules. You have to have the same documentation for each country. So there is nothing like there which is easy.
There is something is easy.
But there is something which is called some country can give you long-term visa.
Yeah.
You can get a
Multi-entry
6
visas.
or a 1 year or a 2 years visa.
Yeah.
So that is that probably the probability for those countries are from Spain,
Yeah.
Netherlands, sometimes Greece.
Yeah. And even for first-time visa applicants, or only for the renewals for these people?
First time you will never get.
Yeah.
You will only get the particular
first.
dates you're flying to.
Okay.
And the secret of getting Schengen visa, long-term Schengen visa, is that you should travel to that country and reapply it for the same country.
Okay. And
So if you're going to Spain,
yeah,
go this year, you might get it for the travel duration.
short duration, yeah.
And then again apply for Spain. When you apply for 1 or 2 times, they give you.
Okay.
A long
So
term
that's a secret which nobody has told to me till now. And I've already been working with a couple of corporate travel agents.
Yeah.
So that's a secret spilled on our show right now. Good. We are spoiled for choice. Dubai pampers us so much
Yeah.
that if you go outside Dubai, you just don't like the hospitality. There are so high standards set up by Dubai. Do you feel the same when you
No,
travel?
not at all. Trust me, not at all.
Why do you say that?
I was in Spain,
Okay.
and the kind of property I was given first was a very average. Of course, I changed to
Yeah.
another one,
Yeah.
and that was also equally average. I mean, in terms of Dubai,
The experience,
but
yeah.
I enjoyed it like anything, both the places.
Yeah.
I opened the balcony, room's balcony. Both were 5 stars, by the way. I opened the room's balcony. I could, because the weather is nice. I was in Spain just last week, so the weather was good. I could breathe fresh air. I could sleep well because the bed was comfortable, and that's good. I mean, for me, I don't see the interiors and everything and all that. For me, it's all about I'm in the nature. I can breathe fresh air. There's enough sunlight
Yeah.
coming. And if it's a good, clean bed, that's enough. And I think whenever I have traveled at any part of the world, I have chosen to stay in a boutique property because basically I'm traveling with
The corporate.
tourism boards
Yeah,
of the world. I'm invited by the government around the world.
Yes.
Like now Russia, I'm invited by Russian tourism board.
Wow.
Okay, so when I travel with them, they always give me the top luxury,
Yeah.
okay, to stay in.
Yeah.
When I travel myself, my husband is too much into, I want best property to stay in and all that. But for me, I prefer the boutique property because there I can experience the local culture,
Correct.
the look and feel, that particular vibe of the place decided.
The real vibe of the place. Yeah.
Exactly. It's been decided by the boutique properties, and boutique properties are never very luxurious.
Yeah.
Okay, so, and I have never found any issues with that. I'm absolutely okay with having a property with average of everything, but it should have good ventilation, good sunlight, and somewhere I can go out and breathe.
So what do you
during my
prefer? A good company during travel or a good place to travel to?
a good place to travel to. I love solo traveling.
You love solo traveling.
I love meeting
How many
people.
trips have you done as a solo
Every
person?
trip, the Russia is solo, Spain was solo, Finland, Northern Lights was solo. I'm talking about all the
Seen
trips
the
for this
Northern
year.
Lights?
Yeah, I went there in the month of March. I saw beautiful Northern Lights. Baltic states, I went to Latvia, Lithuania, which is like a dark tourism, was solo.
Yeah.
I traveled solo and I enjoyed that. Because when you're traveling solo, there are 2 things which happens. One, you get a lot of time to process your life, what happened, what's happening, to think, And when you are traveling solo, you are looking at people, you are looking what he, she, they are doing while traveling in a public transport or exploring a destination, eating your breakfast in the morning. And that gives you a lot of insights and ideas. Because when you're with somebody, you will have a conversation, you will try to, do something for him,
Yeah.
or probably you'll wait for him to go for breakfast together. A lot of things
Yeah.
which is distracting. So
Yeah.
traveling is sort of how monks used to travel the world
Yeah.
solo, right?
Yeah, the philosophy
Discover
that,
the world.
that traveling teaches you more than books.
That's so true. That's so true, I should tell you.
Do you think solo travel is underrated, specifically for women?
I think people don't like to be alone. They like to travel with people because they want to have fun together.
Yeah.
Uh, so more than solo travel being underrated, it's about people don't enjoy solo travel generally.
Yeah.
So it's not underrated. It's the comfort. People are not comfortable traveling solo.
Being alone means lonely. Is it true?
Being alone is being yourself. Being alone is striking a conversation with a lot of people which you apparently miss when you're traveling with somebody. And that conversation teaches you hundreds of things. On a flight, on a tube, on a metro, while eating your food, in a restaurant. And then apparently being a blogger, I always have photographers with me. Wherever I travel, I actually already speak to photographers for videos and all. And I always take different photographers for each day, 1, 2, 3, 4, for the experience.
Yeah.
So when I'm traveling, I get to interact with them a lot because they're locals. They're not a travel agent, they're
Yeah.
localites, okay?
Yeah.
So they give me a lot of local insights and things.
You are a business owner, you do networking, you have a perfect life from a silver spoon child to a golden spoon girl in Dubai. Now, what made you go towards being a travel blogger or a social media influencer?
As I told you, my first ever trip as a blogger to Japan, when I was traveling to Japan, I saw those beautiful luxuries with minimalism, which actually inspired the name Luxury Traveler.
Yeah.
And why Dubai? Because I'm based in Dubai. I did 5 countries, different countries, in the span of 6 months.
Wow.
And since then, it's never looking back. I kept getting invitations. And the reason for getting invitations was me being a very unique combination of a travel agent, business owner, as well as a travel blogger. It's
Yeah.
not a very,
It's a very rare combination. Correct.
absolutely. So this helped me to travel across the globe for free, connecting with tourism board, learning new destinations and experiencing luxury all around the world. So things just started falling in place, and I started getting invitation, and then whenever I traveled and stayed in the best hotels around the world.
Do you think life as a content creator is far more challenging than a normal human being? You're
No.
always in front of the camera.
Not at all. It's fun. I told you in the starting, I'm more comfortable with the camera than without one.
Than without the one.
So I'll tell you that life as a travel influencer is fun. Why? Because when you are doing these videos, these shoots, you apparently are more proactive to explore further, because I want to do it for my audience, for my people.
Yeah.
And then I get new ideas to do things.
Yeah.
So this is all fun. Your life is more colorful when you are trying to create some content. And the best thing about being an influencer for me is that I'm a travel influencer. So travel itself has so much to do, and I don't have to think of a content. It just comes by itself.
Beautiful, beautifully said.
Yeah.
In a world where people, when they're coming to Dubai, they're looking at budget-friendly options. Why did you choose luxury as a segment for you guys?
Dubai is luxury. Dubai is selling luxury. The government of Dubai sells luxury. If you talk to somebody about Dubai, they say, oh, rich, oh, big, oh. So people are looking for budget-friendly options to come to Dubai, but actually they want to come to Dubai to see luxury only.
So what is more valuable, the team or the reputation?
Reputation. Team is valuable, I agree with you.
Yeah.
But if you want more team members, you have to have a reputation.
Yeah.
And the reputation will only happen when people will only come on board when you have a good reputation in the market.
How hard it is to find the right people for any organization?
If you want me to rate,
Yeah.
10 out of 5,
Yeah.
it's 5 degrees difficult.
Yeah.
I'll not say it's very hard.
So what is more difficult, finding new people or retaining the older ones?
Finding new people.
Finding
not
new
retaining
people.
the older ones.
Yeah.
You can retain them. Unless they are with you, they're seeing you every day, they're talking
Yeah.
to you every day, they still can be retained.
In a place like Dubai where your loyalty is actually bound by the length of your visa, right? At the time of every renewal, 2 years, 3 years, depending on your type of...
Unlike now, unlike before.
Yeah.
It used to be the same way, but not anymore.
Not anymore?
No, people don't, nowadays everybody is actually, leaving like jobs, especially in my industry,
Yeah.
you will see retention of 2 years, 4 years. I'm talking about now things have changed, especially with the Gen Z.
Yeah.
So it's no more the way.
Does the Gen Z wants to learn more, or do they want to just share things online?
Gen Z want all glitter, all fancy. So for them, it's not about learning and all. It's about show off.
Yeah.
You give them the right environment to work in terms of fancy office, a lot of outings, dinners, free things. They will work with you.
Coming from Ahmedabad to Dubai, a brave move. Believing in somebody saying your soon to be husband is going to change your life for good, trusting your gut for that, trusting your parents' judgment at that time, at a young age, was a brave decision. Any such brave decision which you have taken in your life which can inspire someone who's listening to this right now?
Pandemic when every flight was unoperational, when we saw every booking being cancelled, we saw clients not paying us on time, how quickly we shifted our focus from one place to another. So the brave move was not to get influenced by what's happening, but working towards it and embracing the change, booking your own flights, booking your own charters for clients, booking seats on charters for clients to come back to Dubai. So all these things. So what I'm saying is brave move is all about accepting and embracing the change as soon as possible.
Yeah. Does Sapna cry?
I cry in front of my husband, maybe once in 2 years.
Yeah.
I don't cry.
Are you compassionate to your team? So let's say there is somebody in your team who comes in and says, Sapna, you shouted at me yesterday, it was unnecessary, and just say sorry to me and I'll work for you. Will you say sorry to him or will you ask him to leave?
I do have compassion for my team members, for people I see, especially for a lot of people who are working, because I see I'm so blessed.
Yeah.
So this is where my comparison and compassion comes in.
Okay. Between you and your husband, who is more compassionate to others?
Of course, my husband.
Of course, your husband.
Yeah.
That is one thing about him which everybody in the world knows about him. So there are two kind of angers actually. One is someone like me who would not get angry very often, but once I'm angry for a long duration.
Mine is a fizzy one, totally.
It's
Quick.
like, yeah.
It's like 5 minutes I'll smile also.
Yeah.
It's that more like, why did I do that? I'm crazy or what? Why did I got even angry? It's like that. It's 5 minutes anger.
So among the most breathtaking opportunities you've got to travel alone,
Yeah.
which is one breathtaking destination you would recommend to someone?
My first ever invitation to by the tourism board of the country. I was invited by Italian tourism board to the part of Italy which was starting to get famous that time. I'm talking about Capri.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Sorrento, Positano, Amalfi Coast. So that was, they just called me. I went to attend this workshop. I was speaking to the tourism board casually and they said, how do you like Italy? I said, I find the people of Italy very okay, not very warm, blah, blah, blah. She said, okay. Next day she called me, Sapna, I want you to experience Italy 1 second. I'm sending you to Italy. Tickets, everything has been paid. Hotels are paid. We are giving you the best. Your tickets and hotels will be coming to you probably by next week. You'll be flying week after. I said, okay, great. How about the visa? She said, you have to go to World Trade Center and there you go and you can get your visa stamped the same time. They will take the passport and they'll stamp. Imagine I got my visa stamped the same time.
Wow.
Same time, not same day, same time. So I went with the documents and they did it. And I came back. I got my flight ticket. I got my all the itinerary. I went there. And I stayed in this hotel called Hilton, Sorrento. They gave me a good room.
Yeah.
And they call it the Garden of Eden. They had a beautiful garden down, okay, below my room. And I could see that Mount Vesuvius, which was a volcano.
Yeah.
Right opposite to my room. I cannot forget that trip. Of course, I'll open my balcony and sleep. It was cold because it was the month of April during the Easter time. And I'll open my balcony, I'll sleep. In the morning at 5:30, birds will start chirping. Throughout the day, the birds are chirping. It's the best and the most natural place I stayed. It was one of the breathtaking destinations for me that time. When you go down in the morning for a walk, you go to the Garden of Eden, all kind of flowers. On the street of Sorrento, the oranges are hanging, the lemon are hanging on the left. It's like a fairy tale land.
Wow. Wow. It's like living in Disneyland.
It was beautiful, living in Wonderland.
Are you a mountain person or a beach person?
I love both. Mountain, beaches, travel, everything. I mean, travel is all about mountains and beaches, and I love travel.
And any place which has mountains and beaches both, which are amazing.
Our own Fujairah has both. It has the mountain at the one side where you see the sunset, and the
Yes.
beach on the other side where you see the sunrise.
Yeah. Are Middle East destinations underrated?
Not at all. Now the way they are doing their
Promoting them.
PR and all,
Yeah.
in fact, they are overrated. They've done the right PR, I'll say.
Okay.
There's so many things in India. There's such a beautiful country, culture, nature, all four seasons. You know how it is, right?
Yeah.
But still, the promotions needs to be better. So what I'll say is that there are many other places which are underrated in the world because they don't do the right PR. Dubai is at the right place. Middle East at the right place doing the right thing.
So tell me 5 places which are underrated as per you globally.
Yeah, there are. So if you have heard about a country called Slovenia, Slovenia is a country which started doing promotions now, but it is a beautiful country surrounded by a few countries around, snow, full of minerals, and beautifully. It's a nature. It's a complete nature. That is one country I think people still need to go and visit a lot.
And 4 more from you. 4 more destinations.
4 more destinations. So, if you know
Underrated
about
gems,
this
yeah.
country called Laos,
Okay.
which is very close to Thailand,
Yeah.
and it's a beautiful country. A small country where the river Mekong flows from. Laos has a lovely Anantara property,
Wow.
which is all elephants. You see elephants all around. Stunning property. So, people don't know much about that as
Okay.
well. I will say the countries which are very close to us, I will say Uzbekistan, because Uzbekistan is a country which has beautiful architecture. What lovely story of Amir Taimur.
Yeah.
You should go and visit the place. It has everything. You can, but people don't know much about it.
Yeah. And one more, last one. Last
Serbia.
underrated gem. Serbia.
Yes. I'll tell you why.
It's a pretty cold place, right?
It is cold, but then it is beautiful. It has those monasteries and all, which people don't
people
know
would
much
like, yeah.
about. Latibor is a lovely ski destination people don't know about. So I think Serbia is one place which probably can have much more tourism than what they do because they've got those bunkers and
Yeah.
all. In fact, I've got fifth also, Albania.
Yeah. I've heard about Albania.
It's a
Yeah.
nice place. Tirana is lovely. And then you go on the top, there is so much to explore. Holiday homes, hotels, which are probably an experience to stay in.
So a lot of tourism nowadays is happening around wellness tourism, right?
Totally.
So is that the next big luxury thing?
It's not a luxury, it's a necessity. For me, if I don't travel to a wellness retreat every year, I don't feel right. My head starts paining after every end of the day. My body gets more bloated. My skin does not behave well. This all happens because of the kind of chemical intake we have on a
Yeah.
daily routine. Thus, we don't care about our body. I mean, we are sitting for hours, driving for hours, probably having a meeting. So, for all these things, it's very important for your body to relax.
Yeah.
And I recently went to Sri Lanka, invited by Sri Lanka Tourism Board to Siddhalepa, a beautiful retreat. I go every year and I've got invitations to these places.
Wow.
And I personally feel that wellness tourism, detoxification retreat is
Yes.
very important for everybody. The kind of cancers we have these days, and but we will just die. They just don't get to diagnose their
Yeah.
problems.
True.
For all these things, to save yourself from all these things, it's very important to have a wellness retreat every year.
One thing about luxury travel which you do not like at all.
Stuffy services, and I really believe in that. They say meaningful experiences than stuffy services. Everything overhyped, everything too much. I mean, the way everybody around you, the servers and all, they behave, your jaw's pain, smiling and smiling
Yeah.
and smiling,
Yeah.
and bending and smiling. I think it's overhyped. Stuffy services, that's what you call it.
If somebody had to get in touch with Pluto Travel and ask them to create a special itinerary for them, so are you guys too expensive for the world?
Not at all. We are a boutique company. We're not expensive. In fact, our margins are less. We work on a very small profit margins, but then you get a personalized service.
Yeah.
Client, we've got a lot of repeated clients. The thing is that they're so comfortable dealing with our people. know that Pluto Travel is available for you in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
It's not a call center where you have to call and get things sorted.
Correct.
You will call your own consultant and get things sorted.
Yeah.
So we believe in giving service because we're a boutique travel company who wants to create experiences for people.
So if you had to close your eyes now and imagine yourself with your most loved person in the world at a destination, what destination would that be and who is that person?
I love my husband. I'll be with him always.
What destination is this?
It's his favorite destination.
What
I'd
is his
rather
favorite
take
destination?
him. He loves Venice and the gondola rides. Yeah.
So
And if you talk about me, Amazon.
Amazon?
Yes.
It's because it's nature.
It's nature, it's adventure. There's so many things we've heard about. I've not been to Amazon so far. I want to go there. It's a crazy thought, but I want to do that.
You have a perfect life on a perfect
Awesome.
plate,
Yes.
right? On a scale of 1 to 100, you're like say 99,
Yes.
98.5. If you were not an entrepreneur, what would you be?
Because I love dancing. I'm a Bollywood dancer.
You are a Bollywood dancer?
Yes, I did Shamak Towers and all that.
Where did
all
you
that.
perform?
Ahmedabad.
Okay.
So I did all these. I had fun. So what I'm saying is that then when I came to Dubai, my cousins saw me dancing and all, my Bharat's cousins, and she said that you start teaching my daughter, and I've got a lot of other kids. They would love to come to my home, and so I started doing those home dance classes once,
Okay.
twice, thrice, 4 times.
Just for
and then I
fun.
got so many referrals. So many people started calling me. I had a proper evening routine where I'll go and teach dance, and I earned my first MD was through my dance classes only in Dubai.
Wow. So then you are a dancer, you
Yeah.
were a dancer, you look beautiful. Didn't you have a Bollywood dream of being an
Not
actress?
at all. Not
Why?
at all. No.
lot of
I'm my
people.
family. I had a Bollywood. I had a copy dream. I told you. Yeah, Bollywood was not in my thing. Not at all.
There's a movie being made. Who is directing a movie being made on Sapna called Sapna? Who is your favorite director whom you would like to direct your movie?
One of the sensible Bollywood actresses who own the production houses.
Okay. It could be an
I
Anushka
think
Sharma. It could
She
be
was the first name in my mind. Anushka Sharma. She's
Okay.
very sensible.
And
I'd
who-
rather ask her to do it because she believes in women. And remember that movie which she did where her husband passed away and then she killed the killers of
NH10.
NH10.
Yeah. That was her own.
That was impactful.
her home production as well with her
Exactly.
own brother.
That's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. What's the one thing about Sindhi culture which you want to take it forward as a Sindhi globally?
One thing I would like to take forward, Sindhi food. Oh God, it's amazing.
I don't know about Sindhi
the
food. Tell me about Sindhi
chawal, the sai bhaji chawal, if you've heard the palak and all that. Sindhi food is amazing. The very famous sweet of Sindhi is called khorak,
Okay.
which is made with all the good things,
Okay.
nuts and the ghee and
So
all
if
that.
if I had to go to a place where I would find a lot of Sindhis having good food, what would that place be in Dubai?
In Dubai,
Yeah.
Meena Bazaar, of course.
Okay.
You have a lot of good restaurants there.
Okay.
Nihal. Nihal is a restaurant.
Nihal the
Which is
koki.
Nihal. Koki is like our staple breakfast. We don't do it, of course, now much. But it's a luxury.
It's a luxury. So
But
full
not
of
that
nutrients.
koki of Nihal.
Yeah, the one which is fried, that is not the
No.
one, the real koki actually. You meant, yeah, perfect. So now what we've done is we've looked into your past, looked into your present. Now we have something to show you what we think is going to be a future, and that's what we manifest with you. So just close your eyes for a second, and I'll bring something for you. I want you to just open this,
Sure.
have a look at this, and see if this is in sync with one of our dreams.
Awesome.
So we believe in a few years from now, before Mr. Musk approaches you, this is a dream which should get fulfilled,
I loved it.
and I hope it provides you more success. If you could just show it to the camera what
Of
you've
course.
received right now.
Yeah.
Perfect. That's Sapna on the cover of Forbes with the awards as one of the top influencers in Dubai in the luxury travel space.
Awesome. I loved it. Thank you. And that is one of the dreams. How do you know about it?
We understood that personality, and we believe your next goal or your milestone has to be a cover of a magazine.
It is coming. And I'll be back here then.
Hopefully soon. Hopefully soon. Inshallah, as we say.
Once it comes, I'm back.
So
It's coming
Sapna,
soon.
one last pitch. If there is somebody who's watching from Russia, who is watching from India or watching globally, if they want to get in touch with your business, Pluto Travels, how do they get in touch with you?
So we are very active because of course we have our own chatbot. We're active on chat on our number, which is 0439200930. Our website is also proactive. You can chat with us on the website. Instagram is very active as well. You can send us a message on Instagram. And our team is 24/7. So even in the middle of the night or any time of the day, you can connect with them to book anything you are looking for: tickets, hotels, visas, holiday packages, or any other private celebrations.
And with this, we conclude our today's episode. We hope you had a great experience learning about this industry, and Sapna added a lot of Sapnas to your life.